Hello viewers, welcome to the Editorial Analysis by Drishti IAS. In this section, we regularly take editorials from various newspapers and news portals for a better understanding of various issues happening in India and around the globe. Dear viewers, in this section, we first try to link the editorial with our UPSC syllabus. Then we go analytical in order to understand some key points and at last some important concepts. Dear viewers, we truly hope that you like this initiative taken by Drishti IAS and your feedbacks are important for us. So kindly feel free to give your important feedbacks in the comment section. So without any further delay, let's commence our session.
Dear viewer, this video is available in Hindi as well. If you wish to watch it, please visit our Hindi YouTube channel, Drishti IAS. For your convenience, the link for this video in Hindi has been provided in the description below.
Today's editorial is taken from The Hindu, published on 5th of January 2021. The title of today's editorial is Black and Grey. If we try to summarize today's editorial, we can say that Pakistan's actions against terrorists keep up appearances, but do not inspire confidence. If we try to link today's editorial with our UPSC syllabus, we can link it with GS Paper 2, which has sections that include polity, constitution, governance, and international relations. Some important key points from today's editorial. The timing of Pakistan's arrest of Zakiur Rahman Lakhvi, the Lashkar-e-Taiba operations commander, and linked to the 2000 Mumbai attacks just ahead of the next meet of global watching, the Financial Action Task Force, has been greeted with skepticism in India. Now, like we all know, recently Pakistan has arrested Lashkar-e-Taiba's operation commander Zakiur Rahman Lakhvi. Now, Zakiur Rahman Lakhvi is also linked as a prime convict, or you can say the prime suspect, in the 2008 Mumbai attacks. Now, one thing which is to be noted here is the arrest which has been made should be seen with reference to the time at which it is being done. This arrest has taken place just before the meeting of Financial Action Task Force, which will actually determine the fate of Pakistan, that whether it will be in the grey list or it will be deprived of all the charges, or the condition of Pakistan will go even down and Pakistan will be shifted to the blacklist category. This action taken by Pakistan has been welcomed in India, but with a skepticism, because the Indian administration believes that this step which Pakistan has taken with the arrest of Zakiur Rahman Lakhvi is primarily motivated so that Pakistan can improve its position, can improve its situation in front of the global watching agency, the Financial Action Task Force. Wherever Pakistan has faced a decision on its grey list status, it has carried out similar actions that appear to be aimed more at ensuring a better outcome for itself at the FATF. Now, if we speak about the history of Pakistan and the issue of grey list, where exactly the Pakistan's position is right now in, it is to be noted that all such initiatives that Pakistan has taken with the arrest of many terrorists has actually come at that particular point of time when there is a FATF meeting going on, or the FATF meeting is about to happen. So it actually shows the concern of Pakistan that somewhere down the line, Pakistan is not interested in tackling the situation of terrorism, but all it wants is that FATF should upgrade its position or the status which Pakistan right now is in. Its arrest and conviction of Hafiz Saeed and other Lashkar-e-Taiba leaders in terror financing cases, the passing of anti-terrorism and money laundering laws in the Pakistan Assembly to bring them in line with FATF mandated international norms, and the publication of new lists of terrorists at various times, all timed before FATF reviews of Pakistan's status, which has been cited more of the same. That's exactly what I said. The arrest, whether we are speaking about the arrest of Hafiz Saeed or if we are speaking about the arrest of many other Lashkar-e-Taiba leaders that Pakistan has done in the past. All these actions have come on that time when FATF is about to meet and is about to decide the fate of Pakistan. The FATF's Asia Pacific Joint Group is to meet in January to prepare recommendations for a final decision on Pakistan's status to be presented to the FATF plenary session in February. Now, we all know that the FATF's Asia Pacific Joint Group will be meeting in January, and in that meeting, there will be several recommendations on what exactly will be the final status or final decision of Pakistan in the FATF plenary session, which is about to happen in the month of February. Pakistan was brought back onto the grey list in June 2018, and it was given a 27-point action plan. Now, in June 2018, FATF brought Pakistan to the grey list, and Pakistan was given a list of 27 actions that it has to do if Pakistan wants to improve its position. The deadline was by October 2019. However, since then, Pakistan has received at least 4 reprieve and was judged at last count to have completed 21 of 27 points with 6 outstanding. As I said, that all the 27 points were to be completed by October 2019. However, Pakistan was given several other chances, and when the last FATF plenary meeting took place in the month of October, Pakistan's achievement was that it had completed 21 points out of the 27 points which were given, and there are 6 points still remaining. Now, before we move ahead, it is quite important for us to actually understand what FATF exactly is. So, the Financial Action Task Force is an intergovernmental body established in the year 1989 during the G7 summit in Paris. The objectives of the FATF are to set standards and promote effective implementation of legal, regulatory, and operational measures for combating money laundering, terrorist financing, and other related threats to the integrity of the international financial system. The Secretariat of FATF is located at the Organization of Economic Cooperation and Development, that is OECD headquarters in Paris. If we speak about the member countries, there are 37 member countries and India is one of the members. Now, if we speak about the lists, there are 2 lists in which a country has been placed. FATF provides a grey list as well as a blacklist. Now, the grey list is for those countries that are considered as safe haven for supporting terror funding and money laundering. This inclusion serves as a warning to the country that if the country continues to do all those activities, it might enter the blacklist. If we speak about the blacklist, countries are known as non-cooperative countries or territories. These countries are put in the blacklist. These countries support terror funding and money laundering activities. The FATF revises the blacklist regularly, adding and deleting entries. The FATF plenary is the decision-making body of the FATF and it meets thrice an year. So, if we speak about the status of Pakistan, so Pakistan has continued to remain on the grey list of FATF, and like I told you, it was given a 27 action point list, and out of those 27 points, Pakistan has performed in the last plenary meeting. It was said that Pakistan has worked on 21 plans and there are still 6 areas where there is a need of Pakistan to do some more work. The present scenario. The plenary session can choose one of the 3 options, therefore, in keeping Pakistan on the grey list, where it is subject to some financial restrictions, to downgrade it to blacklist, where it will face stringent sanctions, or close the review and let Pakistan off the lists together. So right now, the plenary meeting of FATF that will take place in the month of February, there will be 3 options for Pakistan that FATF can decide. Number 1, FATF can decide to continue Pakistan to be on the grey list. Number 2, it can decide Pakistan to go to the next level, or you can say to downgrade its status, therefore putting it in the blacklist. And number three, that FATF might agree that Pakistan has worked on all the areas, all the 27 points have been achieved, so Pakistan can be let go from both the lists, that means the grey and the blacklist. Now, if Pakistan gets into the grey list, then there are several financial restrictions which Pakistan is facing right now. If Pakistan is being pushed to blacklist, then there are quite high chances where it will face stringent actions, especially financial actions. So this FATF plenary session is very important for Pakistan because it has to decide a lot for what exactly will be the future of Pakistan. Pakistan will now hope that its progress in the action plan and having key terror figures in prison earn it a reprieve. According to Pakistan, Pakistan is hoping that because the progress which it has made in the 27 action plan, and also when it has arrested many key terror figures and they are being put into prison, so Pakistan is expecting that FATF will decide something positive for Pakistan. The fear for India is that if Pakistan earns that reprieve, it can reverse all its actions. India has watched the arrest of all these men and terrorists on India's most wanted list in the past, only to find that they are released on bail or let off over procedural lapses once the world's gaze is averted. Now, the most important concern India has is that if FATF's decision is to close all the charges and take out Pakistan from the grey list as well, there is a cause of concern in the minds of Indian administration. Now, Indian administration says that they have repeatedly seen all these actions which have been taken by Pakistan on various occasions. What Pakistan actually do is, Pakistan, in the eyes of the world, it arrests a person, puts that particular terrorist in the prison for some time. But as soon as the world's attention has been shifted, what exactly happens is that particular terrorist is either given bail or the charges over him are suspended because of the lack of prosecutorial lapses. So India's concern is that if Pakistan's situation is improved in FATF, so what possibly can happen is once the entire noise is down, at that point of time, Pakistan can once again start with its terrorist activity by freeing all these prisoners. One of the great example that supports Indian claim is that last month a Pakistani court's decision to overturn the conviction of Al-Qaeda leader Ahmad Omar Sheikh Saeed, a terrorist India was forced to release during the 1999 IC 814 hijacking. And this Ahmad Omar Sheikh Saeed, he was responsible for the 2002 murder of the American journalist Daniel Pearl. So it actually shows that how concerned the Pakistani investigating agencies are and how the Pakistani judicial system treats terrorism. Now, this particular person, Ahmad Omar Sheikh Said, now he is a recognized terrorist, but still Pakistan's court have taken such a decision that one of the courts in Pakistan last month, they actually overturned the conviction of this particular person. So this is the real concern which India has, and it should not be neglected by FATF. FATF has to take a very serious process in order to ensure that once Pakistan's situation or once Pakistan's status has been taken out of the grey list, Pakistan is not at all involved in promoting any kind of terrorist activities, neither in India nor in Afghanistan or anywhere. The future ahead. Hafiz Saeed has been convicted only of terror financing charges and faces concurrent sentencing of about 6 years at the most, as would Lakhvi, who faces similar charges despite a long record in transnational terror attacks. Again, one of the most important scenes which are to be seen here in this arrest of either Hafiz Saeed or Zakir Rahman Lakhvi, that Pakistan has actually, the charges which have been put by Pakistan police, the agencies, is of terror funding. terror financing. They haven't been charged on the terrorist attacks which they have done in various places. They are only being charged for terror financing, and in one of such decision given by the Pakistan court in the month of November, Hafiz Saeed was given a punishment of only 6 years. And same would be the case with Zakiur Rahman Lakwi, because he is also being charged under the same terror funding issue. Pakistan is not actually running any cases over these people for what they have actually done with reference to the terrorist attacks. There are several proofs India has time and time provided to Pakistan with the involvement of Hafiz Saeed Zakiur Rahman Lakwi in 2008 Mumbai attacks, also in various other attacks after 2008 as well. But Pakistan has pressed the charge of what? Terror funding. Others like Masood Azhar continue to evade any kind of prosecution despite United Nations sanction. For India and its battle to have Pakistani's establishment held accountable on this issue, the FATF grey listing is a necessary lever to keep that process going. We all know what is exactly happening with Masood Azhar. Like Masood Azhar right now, he is roaming like a free citizen in Pakistan, and despite United Nations has declared Masood Azhar as a recognized terrorist, and also there are many sanctions that are being put up on Masood Azhar. Yet Pakistan has not taken any substantial step to arrest that person. If India really wants to continue its battle and to make sure that Pakistan is held accountable and responsible for various terrorist attacks that have taken place on India, it is very important that India maintains its pressure on the FATF and forces FATF to put Pakistan on the grey list. Because till the time Pakistan will be on the grey list, there will be a pressure on Pakistan to work against the terrorist organizations that are actually flourishing in Pakistan. So viewers, this was with today's editorial analysis. A question that can be framed with reference to today's analysis is: rapid globalization has made money laundering an international problem. Explain this statement and discuss the policy level interventions taken by India to combat it. So viewers, I hope you liked today's editorial analysis. Thank you very much.